So exactly 20 years ago, in September of 2003, we broke ground on our new home, and the foundation had been put in, but I was very concerned about a telephone pole that was right in the same space as where we were going to put our driveway. And so I was contemplating contacting Consumers Energy, and I knew it was going to cost thousands of dollars to move that telephone pole. And then it just occurred to me, why don't you just pray about it? So I walked up to that telephone pole, literally, and I put my hand on it just like this, and I said, Lord, it says in your word that if we have faith as of a grain of mustard seed, we could speak to a mountain and it would be cast into the sea. And Lord, I don't need to move a mountain, but I do need to move a telephone pole, this telephone pole, about 30 feet from over there to over here. And so after that, I concluded my prayer, and about 2 weeks went by, and after church on a Sunday night, I came out to this property, and I pulled in, and the high voltage lines were on the ground, and as I looked around, the telephone pole had been broken off way up high. And as I looked around, I'm like, what in the world? And as I investigated further, I noticed that the truck in which they were loading the forms for the basement walls, they had accidentally backed up onto the guy wire of the telephone pole and snapped it off. And those high voltage lines were laying on the ground. And so I quickly called Consumers Energy. They came right out because it was an emergency. And after they looked it over, they said, well, we think it's safe till morning. We'll come out in the morning if that's okay and replace the telephone pole. I said, well, while you're at it, would you mind moving it over to the property line? And they said, sure, not a problem. So the next day, Monday after work, I came out here, and lo and behold, there was this actual telephone pole right here. This is it. They had put in this new telephone pole, and I walked over, which is 30 feet over here, where the driveway was going to go, and there was the old telephone pole, and Consumers Energy had taken a chainsaw and cut off that telephone pole right where I laid my hand. This is a miracle. This is an absolute miracle that actually happened. And you know, from time to time, I come out here and I'm reminded when I see this telephone pole what the miracle that the Lord did for me. And I look up these wires up above, and I can see the clips on the lines where they used to attach to the telephone pole. And it's a constant reminder to me that the Lord did this for me. He didn't have to. I mean, I could have spent the money and had it done, but I believe he was showing me something. Just trust me. Just trust me. So I want to share this with you because it's just a little level of faith, and I believe that if you would also ask God to speak to your mountain, that he would move that mountain for you. Amen. I'm going to grab the camera here, and I'm going to point it at the lines where those clips are, because they're still there, and it's 20 years later. And there they are, right there. And that telephone pole came down right into my driveway. So I just wanted to share that with you. So God bless you.